Welcome to the Book Barn. I'm Lasha.
And I'm Lanie.
Today we're discussing The Christmas Ring, a holiday romance by Karen Kingsbury.
Quick sidebar, Lasha. My grandma, this reminded me of her. She was a librarian who loved books. And then she lost her eyesight and she switched to books on CD. She had a hallway closet that just had hundreds of books on CD. One of the CDs she had was Karen Kingsbury's Baxter series, and she let me borrow it. I spent probably months driving here and there listening to those stories, and I loved them.
Oh.
So when we decided to do a Karen Kingsbury for Christmas, I was super excited, especially because they made it into a movie.
They did. But Lainey, that is such a sweet memory.
I know.
Oh, I know that you had a special bond with your grandma.
Sure do miss her. She was the best.
Yeah. Let's read a short synopsis of this book, and then we can unwrap all of our thoughts about this Christmas novel. How about that?
Let's do it.
When military widow Vanessa Mayfield searches for her family's lost heirloom ring, she meets antique dealer Ben Miller, and an unexpected romance begins to bloom. As Vanessa prepares for her annual Christmas military dance and awaits her daughter's return home, Ben uncovers a truth about the ring that could change everything. So that's the setup, Lainey. And today we're not talking about it alone.
No, we are not. We have two of our friends joining us in the book barn. So Lasha and I would like to welcome Angela and Lanae. Hi, girls.
Hello.
Hello.
What have you been reading lately besides The Christmas Ring?
I am getting ready to read the Book of Lost Names. I didn't get to read that
Oh.
when you all read it before. I think
Yeah.
you guys read that one.
We did.
But with Veterans Day, my husband was watching Band of Brothers, and it kind of got me in the World War II mood.
Okay.
You will love that. It's very good.
I've just gotten started, but so far I like it a lot.
Good.
I have gotten stuck with romantasy lately because I read Fourth Wing and I read the Akatar series, and so I started reading the Plated Prisoner series, and I just finished it, and it was really, really, really good, except I didn't like the ending. It's a completed series, and the last book, I got all the way down to about the last 10%, and then I just didn't really like how it ended. But other than that, it was a really good series.
I haven't heard of that one. Have you?
No.
No.
It starts with Gilded, and it's kind of a spinoff of King Midas with the gold touch.
Oh, okay.
But it's really the female main character who has the gold touch, and he kind of stole her power to use. So it's actually really good.
It sounds really good.
Yeah.
How about you, Lasha?
Well, actually, I did go ahead and pick up one of Karen Kingsbury's other books. It's an older title. I'm just a few chapters into that because I kind of wanted to compare The Christmas Ring because I have not read anything from her before, and I wanted to do a little comparison, but we'll talk maybe about that in a little bit too. And then I have a couple of books that I've just borrowed from Libby that I haven't actually started yet.
Very good. And I just finished The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Have you read that?
Nope.
So it gave off a little bit of the Wedding People vibe that we read. Darker, lots of twists and turns. It's set on a remote island off of Ireland, so neat setting. It follows a groom and his mates, and they had caused all kinds of terrible things to happen in their youth, and it all comes back to bite them during this wedding. There is jealousy, there is depression, there is murder. You're trying to figure out who did it. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So The Christmas Ring was our November book pick. Perfect timing for the holidays. So be honest. Did you like it?
I did.
I did. I thought it was a cute story.
Very good. How about you, Lasha?
Well, I thought it was all right.
It wasn't very deep.
No.
But it was cute.
No, it was very simplistic, I
Yes.
guess. And
Yes.
so it was okay. It was a cute story, and it was a happy ending and, predictable, but yeah, it was all right.
We first see the Christmas ring in the hands of Bill Bailey. He's a young member of the Screaming Eagles 101st Airborne Division as he is paratrooping into France on D-Day. He finds the ring under a bush, and the ring gives him hope. He makes it home with the ring. In fact, I think he gives the ring to his sweetheart when he returns. Is there any objects of great meaning that have been passed down through your families? Anything like that?
Nothing really like that. My mom's grandma had a necklace, and so like all of the girls have worn that or carried that in their weddings.
Oh,
but
sweet.
It's very sweet, but it's not quite as deep as the ring, I guess.
That's cool, though.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
very cool.
It is. Yeah.
My great aunt Ruth gave me an ornament. It was a Christmas spider, and she hand wrote out a story to my kids to be read to them every time we put the spider on the tree. And
That's neat.
I mean, it's not been passed down past me yet, but it will be someday. So.
Oh, the tricky part is going to be
Who gets
who
it?
gets
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Don't know.
Yeah. So we first meet Vanessa Mayfield on a winter trip to Breckenridge, Colorado. She and her daughter Sadie are on an adventure of healing after losing their husband and father. She has inherited the ring, and I can't even imagine why she'd wear something sledding that had so much meaning.
Agree.
Agreed.
I wondered the same thing.
Me too.
The next time we see Vanessa, Sadie is heading to college a few hours away, and she's all grown up.
It actually made me think about when I left home and left my mom, because we were best friends. And then I couldn't understand why she was so grumpy when I wasn't, around, or if I had something to do. And
Oh, that makes me sad.
now I do get it. It's like, I need to call my mom and say, I'm sorry again for being grumpy when I moved out.
So Ben Miller has a joyful heart and a love for poetry and antiques. What did you like most about Ben Miller?
I liked that he was really patient and went at her pace, even though, he had lost a wife himself, so you could tell he was a little cautious too. But I liked him as a character because he was very thoughtful, very much put her feelings into account and didn't push things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he was just really steady, and he was there for her, but he didn't push, like you said. And with the daughter, she didn't tell the daughter about him for so long, and he didn't seem to get upset. Like,
Yeah.
he just was really, patient, like you said.
And the fact that he could work with his dad. Not all men could do that.
True.
Okay, so let's talk about the Christmas theme. How did the holiday setting affect the story for you? Did you feel like it really brought you into the Christmas season and Christmas spirit? Yeah? No? No.
It did kind of put me in the Christmas spirit. It really did, because then the next week I'm like, I got to go Christmas shopping. So it kind of did.
Okay, good.
There's that scene where Vanessa and Sadie are baking Grandma's cookies, and Sadie says, we have to make Grandma's sugar cookies. It's tradition. Do you all have any family Christmas traditions like that?
We always have a candlelight dinner on Christmas Eve. So we typically do a Christmas Eve service, and then we have a home-cooked meal, and it's a candlelight meal that night. When my kids were little, we read the Christmas story and the night before Christmas always, and then got everything ready for Santa that night.
I love the candlelit dinner. That's awesome.
We don't have a fireplace, so we always find the fireplace channel on Dish Network or whatever. And so we turn that on and we listen to carols while we're putting up the tree.
Do you know that scene, Lanie?
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
The cookies.
Yeah, Lasha kind of, were we texting? I can't remember,
I
but
don't
she was like,
remember.
the cookies, did she have to tell us, get out the flour?
Okay, yeah, let me just read that paragraph for you, okay? They found the flour and the vanilla and the sugar and the baking soda and the salt and Sadie pulled out a pound of butter from the fridge. Let's make lots. She looked at Vanessa. Then we can take some to Hudson's mom. I was like, what the heck was that? What did I just read? I felt like she was writing for a middle schooler, and I just felt kind of talked down to her. Thought that was a bit unnecessary, but I suppose that it was supposed to be cozy and homey, and it just came off too literal.
Too much. Yeah.
Too literal for me. Yeah. I did actually kind of think that maybe she was already writing the book for the movie, because I believe it was her, I know it's her production company that did the movie too.
That makes sense.
And they were released
really close together.
So I think she wrote them in tandem. I think
a little more script-alike than just novel-like.
Yes. And that is why I wanted to read another one of her novels. I was kind of expecting a little bit more from this. I knew it was still going to be cozy, predictable, little cheesy because of it having that, Hallmarkish vibe. But I expected a little more than what I got out of it. And I thought, I want to test out one of her other previous works. And I'm enjoying it much more as far as the writing goes.
Good.
So, yeah, that paragraph right there, I was like, that really just annoyed me. So Vanessa and Sadie's favorite movie was White Christmas. Do either of you have a favorite go-to Christmas movie?
I don't ever watch TV and very rarely watch movies, so not really. Every once in a while, I might get stuck watching a couple of Hallmark Christmas movies, but even that's pretty rare.
Because of my husband, we watch A Christmas Story with Ralphie and, Randy.
My favorite.
Yeah. So when that's on for the 24 hours straight, we watch it. I mean, it's on the whole 24 hours, I think. So we get our fill of that one.
If you ask my house, they'd probably say Die Hard.
It is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie, right? I love Bruce Willis too.
So the book mentions Michael Bublé's "I'll Be Home for Christmas." What's your favorite Christmas song? Oh, and extra credit if you sing it. Not the whole song, just a line.
You don't want me to sing. I always liked Silver Bells.
Oh,
that was my grandma's favorite, and every time I hear that one, I always think of her. So that's always kind of been the one I like. Although, honestly, my all-time favorite is probably Mary, Did You Know?
Oh, yeah.
Especially, some versions of it, of course, are ones that really get to you. And that one just always kind of gives me chills. But, yep, so probably those two, actually.
Oh Holy Night is my very favorite. And then I also like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I'm not going to sing it, but I had to say it like that to put all the words in.
Do you have one?
Well, I'll Be Home for Christmas because we have an old Vince Gill CD that he sings all the Christmas songs. And that track, I'll Be Home for Christmas, my granddaughter, we started listening to it a few years ago, and now we listen to it together in the kitchen. And I have a CD player in the kitchen, and so we're just standing there slow dancing to it together. Aww. And she'll be like, play it again. And we'll just do it over and over and over. And so it's kind of become my favorite too.
That's precious. Yeah. As a kid, my favorite was The Little Drummer Boy. My grandma had it on a record, and so I love that. Currently, when I am teaching my fourth graders, I like Cher's DJ Play a Christmas Song. Have you heard that one? It just gets me dancing, and I get extra credit. Yay! Good job. So competitive I am.
So Ben and his dad, they run an antique store, and I did enjoy that setting because I like to antique. Ben would imagine that each piece was whispering his story, where it had been, whose hands had held it. But here's a fun question for you ladies. Is that treasure or trash? Would you enjoy spending the afternoon thrifting or antiquing? Nope.
Not my thing.
Angela says no.
I do not like clutter. My husband is the opposite and does not throw anything away. And so I have piles of stuff around my house.
You're not ready to go look at someone else's junk.
Nope.
What about you, Lanae?
I will go look at other people's junk. I don't want to bring any home. But I like actual antiques. I don't like it when you go to the little antique store or whatever, and it's kind of more like little crafty flea market,
Oh,
something
yeah.
like, I don't want to see that. I want to see the old things that have a story or something. But
We went to an antique store once. I went with our friend Elisa. She likes to
I
thrift.
can see that.
And there was an old zither in the store. And I asked the owner about it, and he said, we didn't even know what that was. I knew because my grandpa had one. I was like, that's a zither. And he looked it up, and sure enough, so he didn't even know what he had.
I don't know what a zither is.
It's
What's
a
zither?
musical instrument.
Oh, okay.
And so, no, I do not like to buy things in antique stores. And I only like to go because I like spending time with my friend.
Yeah. Well, I definitely like to window shop with them. I like to see the displays and see how they have things put together. And if I have the right spot for it or something specific that I know I would use it for, I do like to get things. But mostly it's just about just seeing what kind of treasures are out there.
There's also a scene in the oldest bookstore in Columbus, vintage poetry books, the smell of the old pages, Walt Whitman, yes, among them. Do you girls enjoy poetry, and do you have any favorite poets?
I am not a huge poet fan. Sorry. We have kind of negative here.
No.
it's too hard for me. You have to think too hard.
I was just sure one of you would say Shel Silverstein.
I could
liked
do
it as a
that
kid.
one.
Yeah.
Well, I admit that I think that I want to read poetry, and then I'll try, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. I tried to read Spoon River Anthology by Edgar Lee Masters. Do you know of that?
Nope.
It's like a novel. It's the people in the cemetery that are telling their stories.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
interesting.
Yeah. And everyone has a poem, it's a collection of this. And I thought it sounded so interesting, and I couldn't get into it. I think the idea is great. I think maybe I just like my poetry tucked inside a good novel.
Yeah.
Fair. Yes.
I will say I use the novel study, but it's written in free verse, which is Out of the Dust with my 6th graders. And now that one, I really, really love that one. And it is written all in free verse. But beyond that, I'm not usually a big poetry person.
My favorite poem of all time is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. We all know that one. But have you guys ever listened to Amanda Gorman? She actually did a poetry read at the inauguration of Barack Obama.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yes. And then she had one that I've listened to that was like during COVID, and oh my gosh, blew me out of the water. So she's amazing. I would read her for sure. Okay. Let's talk about the writing itself. So I texted Lasha because the truth is we read really good books, girls, but are we becoming book snobs a little bit? Maybe we are, because I did not think this writing was great.
No.
No.
It was very, very simplistic and shallow.
Yeah.
I agree. Not my favorite. Yeah.
I have to say, I kind of liked it for that reason, just because I didn't have to think too hard and I didn't have to feel too hard, I guess.
Oh, and I definitely agree with that. And I had read right after our last book club book, which was The Quiet Librarian, which was a nice, deep, yes, beautifully written. And but I was not in that headspace for that. And I read, which I'd mentioned it previously on a podcast, but The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. And it was just funny and pretty predictable, lighthearted. I thought the writing was better in it than this one. And so I completely agree with that. If you can read with your emotions too, or where you just are mentally, and sometimes you just need those books that are kind of just fluff.
Yeah.
Because
It was
and it's a good
predictable,
story. Yeah.
And it was a good story. It was sweet. I didn't have to, I don't know.
Yeah, and worked with the season. So, yeah, I completely understand.
And there were some really good lines.
There were
a few.
There were a few.
There was one where Ben says, I never thought there'd be anyone else. I couldn't imagine finding you. And I loved that.
That was a sweet line.
It was a sweet line. And then there was one that really kind of got under my skin, actually. He bought a book of poetry, and he said he bought it because it reminded him of her.
An American classic.
An American classic. And I was like, Ben, you are just being so Hallmark right now. It's just too cheesy for me.
I did find myself rolling my eyes at a lot, but I gave her credit because she would slip in a line that would actually, really did get me. I laughed a few times, and then I did cry too once. Did you cry at any of it? Do you remember? I feel like if you can get a tear jerked out of there, then you can.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, then it's not too bad. So if you had to describe the book in one word, what would it be?
Sweet.
Sweet.
That's the first word that came to mind for me, too. Yeah, it was sweet.
Patriotic.
I see patriotic.
And sweet.
And and simple.
Yeah.
It was
Simple.
wholesome. Maybe.
Wholesome. That's a good word.
So what was your overall impression then? Did it meet your expectations for A Christmas Story?
I'd say yes, because it was just very lighthearted and had a happy ending. It was
That's
an
what
easy, quick read. So
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, I agree. It was easy and quick, and the Christmas in it, and then, the Christmas miracles that happened within it.
Yeah.
I definitely felt like it was a Christmas story. Faith, love, family. Like you guys said, we needed something light, and it was predictable. Sometimes that's the point of a cozy holiday read. So,
True.
yeah, it grew on me.
So what kind of a reader do you think would enjoy it the most? Would you recommend it to a friend?
I would recommend it to my mom. She likes sweet little happy stories. And then with the faith aspect in it, she's very faith-based, and so she would enjoy that.
I would agree with that. I think my mom would enjoy it, but that's probably about the only one. Like most of the people that I know that are really big readers usually tend to like things a little deeper in that. Actually, our friend Amanda, she would probably really enjoy it, and which I guess we'll find out at book club.
Yes, we will.
We will. But I could see her really liking it because she likes just the lighthearted, quick reads that
Feel good story.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really did like how she wove the scripture throughout the story. That was good. She said at one point that reading the Bible is like having a meeting with God, and I really loved that. So I did like that part of the story.
I'd agree.
Would you want to be a part of that dance at the end? The answer is always yes. Who does not want to dance?
I'm going to watch everyone else dance. Yeah, see what they're wearing. Do all that.
The whole plot with the ring just seemed a little bit
Unbelievable, but yet
to
it's all
me.
about
And-
miracles. So.
Right. I didn't dislike the book, but there were so many times where I was just like, oh, come on. Come on. And I do then, so after having seen the movie,
We did go see the movie.
we did go see the movie. She comes on in the beginning, Karen Kingsbury does, and she addresses the audience. So I did feel like it kind of really became obvious to me at that time that she wrote it for the novel to make a movie, and it was all happening at the same time. And I think for that reason, and then the little bit that I have read of her other book, and then you said you enjoyed the
Baxters,
Baxters.
I loved, yes.
I think she does better writing her novels when she's not thinking of the movie. I mean, I'm sure she's going to do well with the movie, or maybe, yeah. I mean, theater wasn't very full when we were there, but
It just came out.
it did just come, I think, this
A week
weekend.
ago.
Yeah, it was the opening.
Okay.
In Parsons. We saw it in Parsons. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I just kind of felt like she was writing it for the screen rather than having the words, that lyrical feeling that I was kind of expecting out of it, especially because she's written so many novels. And she's, I mean, a really well-known in in the faith-based, Christian fiction world. She is really a popular writer. And I thought, I just thought I was going to get a little bit more out of it, but still good.
Good. So rate it. What do you think, Angela? What would you give it?
I mean, for what it was, which was just a lighthearted read, I'd probably give it a 4. I mean, if I were comparing it to the Book of Lost Names or some of those, no, it wouldn't compare anywhere, nowhere close. But for what it was designed for, which was just a quick, lighthearted read, I'd probably give it a 4.
How about you, Lanae?
I was thinking 3.5 or 4, for what it was, closer to a 4 probably. Thinking broader, like 3.5 maybe. Mm-hmm. All I can think now is the vanilla and the flower. I was like it's set directions.
Oh, yeah, it was. And then that scene wasn't even the same in the movie.
No.
But there was the Christmas songs playing and flower kind of flying.
Yes.
But they made brownies instead, didn't they?
They didn't even make the grandma's cookies.
Yeah,
No, they
it was
didn't.
different. But
Lanae, I feel like you and I need to go to the movies now.
I know.
Yeah, and then let us know what you thought
let's
about
go
all of
see it.
that. Yeah.
I would give it a 3 because I think a 3 still means good.
Good. Yeah.
So that would be my rating.
Yeah, I can't do higher than a 3, I'm afraid. I'm not going to say that it's not a book that people should read, because I think it's okay. Yeah, it's cute and easy and light. And if you need that mental break, it's really a good one for that, too. So thank you, ladies, for joining us.
We so appreciate it.
Yeah.
So Lasha and I went to the movies.
Yay.
They did not get Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy to play Ben.
No, they didn't. But who was the actor?
Benjamin Hollingsworth?
He was cute. He did. I thought he did a great job.
He did.
Yeah. So which version did you enjoy more, Lanie?
So I told you when we walked into the theater that I thought that I would like the movie better.
Yeah.
They're both the same.
Yeah, they were pretty comparable for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very Hallmark.
Very Hallmark. And I do like Hallmark movies. And yes, they are cheesy. And yes, they are predictable. And this book and this movie had all of that. So it just, overall didn't wow me as much as I wanted it to.
I'm right with you, sister.
So did any characters appear differently on the screen than how you had imagined them while you were reading?
Yes, her friends.
Her friends were different?
One of the friends in the movie annoyed me.
Yeah, I know you said that. Yeah.
But other than that, it was kind of what I thought.
Yeah, the daughter, she was different.
She was different.
I mean, she was different than what I had pictured. She seemed older in the... I don't know. Maybe it just
I agree.
Seemed like the age difference between mother-daughter in the movie almost wasn't enough. I don't know.
No, they almost were like big sister, little sister as far as appearances.
Right. But I thought both did a great job.
Me too.
They did that well.
So were the settings like the antique store and the dance, was that how you pictured it when you read the book?
Yeah, I mean, close enough, I think. I don't think there was anything that was like, that was not right. I didn't feel that way about it.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But in the movie, the author actually comes in at the beginning of the movie and tells us that during the dance, a lot of those soldiers were actual soldiers in their military uniforms.
Yeah.
And so you and I both kind of teared up there.
Yeah, they had them stand an appreciation round of applause for them and their service. And that did get me a little bit.
Me too. And the gentleman that was a World War II veteran.
Yes, 100 and
holy schmoly.
2 years old or something. Yeah. That was pretty neat.
So well done, whoever decided to do that. That was great.
So did you think that there were any major plot point differences, anything that was left out or changed that bugged you? Or
Well, yeah. They didn't even go to the sledding scene.
Right.
And that was kind of major because that's where she loses the ring.
Right. And they didn't even really explain it very clearly, I didn't feel like, in the movie. I felt like if I hadn't read the book, I might have been just even lost about what in the heck was going on in the beginning. Like, what was the point? What was the plot? Right in the beginning.
Right.
So
maybe read the book before you go.
Maybe read the book before you go. But I do think if I understood her correctly, I remember her saying that they filmed the entire thing in like
3 weeks.
Yeah, like 3 weeks, less than a month or so. And Kelsey Grammer, who plays Ben's father, they got him in between things and had him for like 3 days.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, taking that into consideration, I guess I could be somewhat impressed.
So how did the movie's visuals, the music, how did that emphasize the story's themes differently than the book?
Like, what do you mean?
Like seeing the Christmas trees and listening to the Christmas music and even that scene where the snow falls.
Yeah.
Did that help you to get in the Christmas spirit?
So I would say that the movie, yes, for me, does that a little bit better because, I think it involves more of your senses. More detail in the book, I think, so you can still gather as much. It's just easier to see it when it's on the screen and you're hearing it. So, Lanie, this is our final episode of 2025.
Yes, but we'll be back in 2026 with new books, author interviews. We have at least 3 already scheduled. I'm so excited.
Exciting, yes. Well, I guess until then, I'm Lasha.
And I'm Lanie.
And remember,
where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Merry Christmas, everyone!